So, I'm a big Marvel fan, and I really liked the last series of Luke Cage. However, some of you may or may remember, or be long-time subscribers to my channel, my original channel did start talking about these quack doctors who do all this kind of ridiculously stupid stuff. Now, here's the thing. All this stuff that I've talked about in the past, about all these quack doctors and the stuff they say, I can only conclude that whoever was the writer behind this, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, must be into this stuff. And this is dangerous because this massively pushed the the natural remedy, the natural doctors, and the natural paths agenda that we've talked about all this time. That they want to con people into thinking you don't go to your doctor, you go to your natural path because your natural path's better. And you saw this straight away. Now, I wouldn't have had a problem. Maybe minor spoilers here for Luke Cage season 2. So if you don't want to watch it, then obviously don't watch this video. But if you have, continue on. Where to start? So the villain of the second season of Luke Cage, Bushmaster, gets his powers from a concoction of different things, but mainly Nightshade. Which, if that was it, and that was the only sort of showing, I'd be fine. Remember, this is the Marvel Universe, so you are allowed fully to get away with things like that. I don't mind it. But they took it straight away to the next level. So, let's begin. So the first time you see this is you see the character, what's her name now? She's the daughter of Mariah. I want to call her Teresa. But I think, yeah, we'll call her Teresa because I think that's her name. It might not be, but it's the daughter of Mariah. And she's talking, as she's introduced, to this old woman who comes in and basically says, oh, all this natural remedies you've been giving me, all these, different herbal remedies you've been giving me have been great. It's cured all my stuff. I don't have to go see my doctor at all. So that's the first thing that these naturopaths always do. They always try and convince you that their natural remedies and their natural cures, their homeopathy, whatever they're selling works. And in this case, you have a classic trope of these guys of someone who it worked on spreading the message. And in this case, you've got the doctor, the practitioner, shall we say, and the patient going, "Oh, it's wonderful! It's amazing! It's amazing!" And you're like, "No, stop!" I was really pissed off. I had to actually stop watching for a good like 30 minutes because I was so pissed off at that one scene. And it gets worse. It gets much worse because later on you get the second trope. So, later on, in fact, I think it's that very same episode, it might be the next one, I can't remember now. But you find out that the daughter of Mariah Teresa trained to be a doctor, and was a doctor, an actual proper doctor, by the way, not a quacky dookie homeopath, as she is. She then spouts the mantra we've heard hundreds of thousands of times. I certainly have. I felt that as a doctor, I wasn't able to help and heal people, but doing this, I am able to do that. So what you have is quite a popular television program spouting naturopathy, homeopathy, quack doctor propaganda. That is incredibly irresponsible of not only the writer, but of Marvel Studios in promoting quack therapies. This is insane, and there were more examples, but I can't think of them right now. It just pissed me off so much, that character in general. Now, if she had just been a normal naturopath and not been a doctor, I wouldn't be pissed off. But the very fact that she said she was a doctor and then she felt that she couldn't continue to be a doctor because she didn't think she was helping people, that it boggles my mind. Because let's go take it to the real world. Look, these naturopaths are not helping people. All they're giving people is effectively sugar water. In fact, them giving people sugar water and saying it's something else completely would be just as effective as the guff they give out now. So, once again, you have a massive naturopathic propaganda that has seeped into a mainstream media program. And that is really worrying, because there might be people who might be generally suffering, and instead of going to an actual doctor who can help them, they think, maybe I'll go and try that homeopath or that naturopathic doctor. You know, it boggles my mind. It really, really does. And the fact that this got into something that was quite mainstream is really, really worrying. The portrayal that this character puts forward of the naturopathic discipline is completely wacky doodle. It doesn't any reflection of any sort of reality. And I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's the Marvel universe and, you know, it's fantasy. But if that's the case, then that's how they should have portrayed it. They should have portrayed her as, look, all her treatments are completely wackadoodle. It's just that she has this magic plant which Bushmaster knows how to use to make himself, untouchable and super strong and all that. But you know, there were ways that they could have done it that didn't promote this naturopathic propaganda, and that's what so pissed me off about Luke Cage Season 2, that it promotes this naturopathic propaganda. And it's dangerous. I've said this before. These people who claim they're doing the best of good and that they're trying to heal people with all these natural remedies and things like that, and natural is best. These people aren't. You've only got to look back at some of the videos I've done in the past about these people that have, gone to these guys and have taken, and have been overdosed on silver. There was a child who got overdosed on silver. When it comes to chiropractors, we've had one in the UK recently who, she broke a guy's neck, and the chiropractic board, the body that's in charge of regulating these people, has not taken her license away, even though the coroner has said, yeah, this is what has happened, and she's been, I think she's been found guilty at the court of law. As far as I'm aware, I'm not 100% sure on that, so take that with a grain of salt. The trial might be still ongoing. I'm not 100% sure. But the fact that she keeps her license to practice is mind-boggling, because the board it prides itself on defending people and patients' rights, and yet here you have a completely organisation that has done nothing to defend future patients from her. But there you go. That's and there are more, like the ridiculous Gerson therapy that's a cure for cancer that we've done multiple videos about on how that doesn't work, and that involves shoving coffee up your ass 6 times a day, and yet people still think that can cure cancer. But that's the level of people you have to deal with. It borders on literally religious fanaticism, and it's unbelievable. But there you go. But how it seeped into Luke Cage, particularly Season 2, I don't know. It's unbelievable. But it is absolute 100%, homeopathic propaganda. And it's really worrying.